Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Let's Talk Coverage Over Cocktails. Let's Talk Coverage Over Cocktails is a show to educate you about life insurance. It's a show to educate you about becoming your own bank. It's a show about educating you on how you can protect your family in case of an untimely death of your loved ones. Tonight, we have Floor. Mom, she's going to kill me for murdering her last name. I already know it. Floor Marquin.
Mm-hmm. Just call me Quinn.
Quinn. And she is
the
queen of Team Blaze Insurance.
That's right.
And she wants to get you on her team, everybody. That's what she wants. And the ladies are here. We only have Joyce and Kimberly here tonight, but we want y'all to share the video all over the world because everybody needs life insurance. We're tired of seeing y'all with these fish fries and these GoFundMes. When your loved ones pass away, get some life insurance and learn how to do it tonight on the Let's Talk Coverage Over Cocktails show. With no more further ado, I'll get out of the way for the ladies. Hey, ladies, what's going on?
Hello.
Hey,
everybody.
Hey. I really missed this show. I missed this show during the week. I'm like,
man,
every night.
I watched the video. I watched the video of y'all dancing and I'm like, man,
because we playing the what is it? Your theme music for the radio show. That's our pump it up time.
Yeah.
And they just have fun on this show.
Yes.
It's not all about business. It's having fun.
We like to have fun as well as talk business. Yes, absolutely.
All right.
Yes.
Well, good evening, everyone. I am Joyce Pinchback Schofield, all the way from Conroe, Texas. I'm really living in Houston, Texas now, but I'd like to say welcome to everyone who's watching the show. Make sure you guys like, share, and if there's any questions that you may have, please feel free to call in and ask, because no dumb question, is you can't ask. So anything that you need to know about tonight's show, it's going to be phenomenal. So we have our queen here, a queen of our company, Team Blaze here, for Marquin. So guys, with further ado, I'm going to turn it over to my co-host, Kim.
Hey, everybody. Hey. Same bad time, same bad channel. It's Friday night. Y'all know what time it is. It's Let's Talk Coverage Over Cocktails. We talk about some real life issues. We want you to ask the questions that you are normally scared to ask. There is nothing that you cannot ask here.
Absolutely.
That you won't get some form of answer, okay? May not be the answer that you want, but we want to help you understand as much as possible what it is that you can and cannot do, what to expect, whenever you do have an issue in life that requires some type of coverage. We want to be able to educate you so you can help somebody else. So as we help you, you pass that love on to somebody else. So listen, tap in, give us a call because we want to talk to you. Can I talk to you tonight? All right. So listen, we have the queen of Team Blaze right here from Houston, Texas. Our biggest, best mentor in the whole wide world when it comes to the insurance agency. So here, I want her to give an opportunity to introduce herself to you. Miss Queen,
Well, thank you so much for having me tonight, Mr. Malcolm. Thank you so much for having us and these beautiful ladies right here that cheer me up every day.
Yes.
So very grateful for the opportunity of voicing out these important matters that nobody really likes to talk about it, but can we agree that this is necessary?
Absolutely.
And even though it's inconvenient, but it's a must do. So without further ado, I'm very honored to answer any questions about the opportunity, about the crusade that we have for everyone. And I'm actually very excited, and because every day I get reminded of why I'm doing this. Every single day. There's no one day in my life that goes by that I don't get a reminder why I'm doing this, for several reasons, and we can go more into details.
Absolutely. So ladies, we got to do it. One big toast for the night. Malcolm, we're raising our glass to Let's Talk Coverage Over Cocktails. Well, what we're trying to do is make coverage contagious from one community to the next community, from one house to the other house, from one family member to the next family member, from one friend to the other friend. Let's have those uncomfortable conversations and let's get an understanding. Hey, Lisa how you doing? Glad to see you on here with us on tonight. Yay!
Hey, look what I'm eating tonight. Oh my God! look at that.
Oh, smothered
Can
pork
we
chops.
come? Oh my God.
Say, listen,
Mercy.
that's what we need to start doing is having dinner with our cocktails.
Right.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
Lisa, don't be posting stuff like that unless you're gonna bring it to the studio and share with the family. We're family in this industry. So don't do us like that. Do not put that up there like that. That's not cool. That is not right.
I'm gonna post a picture.
Cruel.
Oh my goodness, please don't post a picture, Lisa, of the pork chops, the smothered pork chops.
At that,
Homemade. Oh my goodness.
That's stuff like your grandma used to cook.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
And y'all, is getting close to Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Are y'all looking forward to Thanksgiving?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I am too. I am looking forward. Hey, James.
Hey, darling.
Good evening. Glad to see you on with us tonight.
Yes.
Amen. And then on the Facebook Live, on my Facebook Live, we have a Nebra Falk. Hello, Nebra. And look, we also have Kenyatta Ross.
Hi,
Hey, Kenyatta. Glad
Shout
you
out.
ladies joined us. Listen, y'all, call us, tap in, ask questions. We want to answer. We want to have a conversation with you on tonight while we have this wonderful, beautiful lady with us that can help answer those questions. Listen, as we get ready for the Thanksgiving season, I want us all to say one thing that we're grateful for this year. And I'll start. I'm grateful for my family. If nothing else keeps me going in life, you guys, it's my family. My babies, my babies that are coming, my babies that just got here. I love it. I love it. Joyce, what about you?
Wow, I have so much to be thankful for.
I hear
Life
you.
in general, my family as well. I'm gonna piggyback off of that.
Okay.
There's just so many great opportunities in life that have come my way this year. Thankful for Floor being my mentor
Absolutely.
and my leader, great leader. This is a lot of things that, I wake up every day and I'm very grateful for. Just life in itself, just basically waking up, I'm grateful
I know
for.
that's right.
Because a lot of people, they cannot get up in the mornings and say anything because they're no longer here. But I can every day I open my eyes, I say thank you, God, for letting me see another day. So that's a ritual of mine. Before I even hit the ground, I roll over. I'm like, okay, my eyes open.
So you celebrate Thanksgiving every day?
Every day.
Awesome.
Every day I'm thankful.
That's awesome.
Thankful.
What about you, Miss Floor?
I say same thing. First thing that we do is every morning be grateful for another day.
Yes.
We're grateful to be in America. There's other places in the world, guys, what's going on in other countries. And,
absolutely.
We wake up every day and I'm grateful for being here in America and grateful for the family and grateful for the opportunity, grateful for people like you guys that have given me the opportunity and the chance to, educate you in this amazing industry that many people take for granted, but we're here to break those curses of generational wealth, and it's a mindset.
Yes, right.
But I'm grateful for everything that positive in our lives. I believe that gratefulness is something that number one thing that we have that we must do every day.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I believe that whenever we stop being grateful, I mean things just kind of shut down. You
Yeah.
know,
Right.
but
That's
that's
right.
that's if anything,
Right.
just be grateful to the Lord
And be
for giving
humble.
us here. Being humble
Every
Being
day.
humble. That goes
Every day.
hand in hand.
Being
Being grateful and
humble.
being humble goes
Right.
hand in hand.
I believe that I love to stay in the field with the team, with my team members, with the clients, because it makes me stay in a humble mindset.
Good.
Because
Awesome.
I have to relate to everyone.
Right.
You know, everyone goes through different things in life, and they come
Right.
from different walks of lives. So, like I was telling you earlier, it gives me a reminder every day
Yeah.
of why I'm doing this,
Yeah.
and I'm grateful for those experiences
Right.
because it makes
Mhm.
me a better person
Gotcha.
in many ways.
Right.
Yeah. Awesome. Mr.
Absolutely.
Malcolm, would you like to share with us tonight what you're most grateful of for this year?
What I'm most grateful for this year is having another chance, having an opportunity to make my dreams come true.
Awesome.
A lot of people don't even have a chance,
Mhm.
whether it's at their own doing or whether it's at society's doing. Some people don't even have a chance. They don't give themselves a chance, or society doesn't give themselves a chance. So
Absolutely.
I'm most grateful that y'all know my history. I believe I told
Yes.
you my
Yes.
past. So a lot of guys in my situation don't even have a chance because they haven't given themselves a chance,
Right.
or society keeps knocking them down, or they keep knocking themselves down. Let me put it like that. So that's what I'm most grateful for,
Awesome.
because I could have given up a long time ago,
I know that's right.
Right.
like a lot of guys. Floor is probably saying, "What is he talking about?" And I don't mind talking about it. I used to be a bad kid, and I'm just glad I turned it around when I was younger, and now here I am. A lot of guys that were in my position back in the game in the 80s and 90s are still there, still stuck.
Mm.
And
But that's the most important thing, that you were able to reinvent yourself,
Mhm.
Right. Turn it around.
Yes,
turn it
ma'am.
around, and that's what matters. You
That's
know.
right.
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
That's what I'm
right.
most thankful for. I'm thankful for the people who still love me and still support me. I'm thankful for all of y'all, including.
You know what? That is so important.
Mhm.
Family.
Yes.
And not just the family that you were born into,
Right.
but the friends that you make
Mhm.
family.
Mhm.
That love and that support and just being there
Mhm.
just because I want to, not because I have to.
That's
Right.
right.
That
Yeah.
speaks volume.
That's right.
Yeah.
That speaks so much volume.
Right.
So I know that's one of the main things I'm grateful for. The family that I have, that I chose to have, and
Right.
the ones that have chose me to
Mhm.
be their family as well. I am just humbly grateful.
Mhm.
Right.
I am. I mean, new grace, new mercies every single day.
Every
Yes,
day.
ma'am.
New doors are open of opportunities, and I'm so grateful for that. One thing that I done this year that I always wanted to do was to be an entrepreneur, be my own self person. And so one of the main things that I'm grateful for this year is meeting and teaming up with Miss Marquine, because she helped me to be motivated,
Mhm.
helped me to get started without me having any hesitations. Because a lot of times, a lot of things that
It was one phone call.
it was one
One
phone
phone
call.
call.
That's
Yeah.
right. It was just one phone call.
Yeah.
It was one phone call that changed my life.
And no visual.
And no
No,
visual.
no,
No
I
visual.
didn't even know what he-
one of you.
No.
You and her. I didn't even have
No.
to show you anything.
No.
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 You just did it on
No.
the phone.
On the phone.
On the phone.
I was at the hospital.
Yeah.
Did it on the phone because
I was in
yeah.
a job.
She was like, "I'm going to do
I'm
this
coming.
right now."
I was so excited because I've always loved to help people.
Yeah.
I've always been a helper. I've always
Yes.
wanted to help. And anything that God has blessed me to learn, I like to pass that on. I like to pass knowledge on, because knowledge is power.
And
That's
the
right.
Bible says to share knowledge. So I
That's
was
right.
always brought up with not being a selfish person. So if I know something, I share that information with others, because I mean, what's for me is for me.
Mhm.
So if I can help bless someone else by helping them in any way I can. So I don't mind sharing it.
Right.
And a lot of people out there don't do that.
Mhm.
Why do you,
You
think
know,
that? Why do you think that is?
Because they are so afraid of someone surpassing
Yes.
them up
Mhm.
and not being surpassing them up and getting and doing better than them. But you do better by knowing how to do better. And I've learned that over the years as I've gotten older. I made my share of mistakes, trust me, in business, in ventures. I wasn't always successful in them, but my grandmother always taught us the only thing that makes a failure is a trier. So I've always tried different things and taken on different ventures to know if I can or cannot do that.
Mhm.
I know my limits. So a lot of people aren't like that. So they know things, but they don't want to share what they know with others because they're so afraid that person may pass them up, be wealthier than them, and things like that. So I'm a strong believer. What's for me is for me. If
You
God,
have to take the challenge.
right. So I love sharing things that I know. Ask me something, I'm gonna tell you. Don't want to know something? Don't ask me.
You ask her, have you ever done this?
I don't know how many. I don't have any idea how many ventures I have had since I've been married to my husband in 12 years. Wow. He probably was like, don't let her take on another thing. But it's fulfilling to me, seriously. And that's probably why I look so young, because I keep on trying stuff. Maybe the stress agrees with me, okay?
Yes.
I think that's why we all get along so well, because every time Lisa comes up with something new, I'm just like, oh my God.
Let her. Sure.
Let her broaden her horizon.
Yeah, a lot of men are like
you
that.
always take away something from everything that you do. Every experience that you have, there's always a takeaway.
Yeah.
So on tonight, you guys, as we talk about life insurance, the life of life insurance, we also hope that we can say and tell you something that will encourage those that do want to venture out and be an entrepreneur. So I didn't wake up I didn't dream about it as a little kid of being an entrepreneur. It wasn't until I got older and started learning different things in life that got me to the point of saying, I want to have my own business. I want to do my own thing. I do my own thing. Yeah.
I don't mean to throw you off, but Mr. Stokes.
I saw that.
I want, as my husband brought it to my attention, I would like to take the time out to wish all of the veterans out there happy Veterans Day. I think it's tomorrow, but we're
tomorrow.
So thank you guys for all your service.
Everything you do, you have done for the country.
Absolutely. That you guys made it to the point where I feel like I can go to bed and sleep well at night. So thank you for the past and the present veterans. Yes.
Yes, thank you, veterans.
Yes.
I have a few in my family. I have a
son,
a nephew, 2 or 3 nephews, 4 that have been in the military. From Army down to Marines.
They're back home safe.
They're back home safe by the grace of God. I'm so grateful. So for those families that have even lost their loved ones.
Yes.
Our hearts go out to you. We're praying for your strength. And just know that we honor those soldiers that have fallen as well.
That's right.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
So you guys, if you have any questions out there and you're listening to us or viewing us, please feel free to give us a call here at the station. The number that you can call is 832-560-2885. Again, that's 832-560-2885. Thank you. And like and share, because this is going to be an awesome program. We got like Kim said, we have our queen of Team Blaze here with us tonight. So she's going to lay it down on y'all thick. So y'all, I would suggest you take out a pen and paper also and take some notes, because you want to hear anything about this insurance thing, I'm telling you, our queen knows about it.
Before we go any further in the show, Queen Blaze, give our listening audience a description of what exactly Team Blaze is.
Okay, so Team Blaze is the name that we gave our team, building legacies, achieving successful entrepreneurs. That's what it stands for, Team Blaze.
Oh, wow.
We're blazing the trails of tomorrow.
Woo-woo!
So we are, yes. So, do you want me to start introducing? Were you?
Go right ahead.
Do you want me?
Yes.
Because I saw your.
Go right ahead.
Okay.
Listen, if you're on Facebook Live,
we say the floor is
go
yours.
ahead and tap
Okay.
in. Go ahead and tap in. Go ahead and list your questions if you have any for us, and we're going to get to you guys as well.
Yes.
So we are on Facebook on Real Talk 100 Radio. We're
Mhm.
also on my Facebook Live as well. We are so glad. Listen, I want to do one thing that we have not done yet. We have not paid homage to the king of the Blaze team. Can we just give it up for the
Yes.
king of the Blaze team? I know he's got to be watching. If he's not watching now, he'll watch later when he has time. But listen, we're going to give it up to the king of the Blaze team,
Yeah.
Boris Moore-Quick.
Yes. He's the king.
Yay! Thank you for letting us borrow the queen for the night. Woo-hoo! Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So funny. Cannot wait to show you. Yes. So, yes, he let me come today.
Yes, go
Now
ahead.
he actually is with his mom right now. She had something going on, but he wish he could be here, and we need to bring him here one
We
day.
do.
We will.
And we
We would
do.
love
We
to.
will definitely get him here.
Absolutely.
Both of you together, that's gonna be fire.
Yes, I know,
That,
right?
that'll be
That'll be a big
fire.
blaze.
Oh my god.
That's
Blood
fire.
blaze.
Blazing. We're
Blazing fire.
Blazing
Yes.
fire.
Yes.
Blazing fire.
So, like, you were asking me, Mr. Malkin. It came to an opportunity of us joining the company in the insurance industry. Never in my life I would have imagined starting a business. Even with my husband, we had other businesses and we had a really bad experience, like you would know.
Exactly.
We go through. Oh, there we are.
Yes, that's the blaze.
Yeah, I don't think
So
we have any
simple.
pictures in that one. But one thing that I can tell you is that every time that I worked for the state for several years, for almost 21 years, and I thought that I was going to retire there.
Yeah.
And many times, how inflation, what's going on with inflation,
Yes.
like it always has been, everything goes up. The one thing that doesn't go up is what? Our income.
Our income. That's
Mhm.
right.
And every time I thought of any opportunities that I would have, I didn't like sales. I didn't like to talk to people. I was in the law enforcement division, so I was very sheltered with that scope. So I didn't know what I wanted to do, what kind of business I wanted to have. I don't like cooking, so I don't like restaurants. Although the family has restaurants, but it just wasn't me. You have to go. What did I like that I could enjoy in doing?
Right.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that I was going to enjoy what I'm doing until I was put in the ambiance to do it.
Mhm.
Wow.
So I had some friends that we met through my brother-in-law, and they actually came to my house to pick up my brother-in-law, and they introduced me to this opportunity in 2013.
2013.
10 years
Wow.
ago.
Oh, wow.
December 2013 is when Rodolfo Ceci Vargas we met them,
Okay.
and they invited me to do this. And
Wow.
you know what I said?
What?
Did I say?
No.
What did you say?
No. They were in their 20s. I was already in my 30s, and I was like, these little kids don't even know what they're doing, right? So completely disregard them. But one thing about them, and that's something that I always will appreciate,
Okay.
is they followed up with me.
Follow up.
They followed up. They consistently kept asking me, "Hey, are you still working? Would you like to make an additional week?" I'm like, "No, leave me alone," right? But then it wasn't until later on in 2018 we got approached again, and actually we got approached, but we actually made a decision to go. My husband said, "You know what? These people are making it big. Like, I want to know exactly what they're doing. I want to know about the thing they're doing, right?"
Right.
So my husband goes there and he gets started, and he comes home and tells me, "Babe, we're gonna be millionaire. We're gonna have families, and here, and there." And I'm looking at him like, "What? Not me. I'll be a supportive spouse, but
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
a full agenda. I've always been the PTO mom,
Yeah.
Yes.
involved in everything.
Yes,
the
I know what
sports
you mean.
mom, band mom. So dance mom. So I didn't have time. I had already, my job and the kids. So I said no. And he's like, well, I'm gonna do it. I'm like, oh, I'll support you, but I don't have nothing to do
I know
with
what
it.
you mean.
You don't support him, right?
But I saw he had that fire that I think us as spouses, if we see that fire in our husband's eyes,
Yes.
and we see them excited about something that they've never been excited about anything else, but this excites them, and they're
Yes.
like, they can be someone. And I decided to support him. So when I saw that he was very excited, he's like, hey, let's go to the office. He would invite me to the office.
Okay.
The people that we started with, they would come see us to Huntsville. And I finally came in. And then when I was there in that office, I had a vision. I saw myself, I can do this.
Okay.
By the way, wouldn't you agree? Because both of you are really busy moms and busy bodies.
Yes.
I think that busy people get things done.
Yes. Absolutely.
Like
Yes, we do.
more, like we
Absolutely.
do
Yeah.
more.
Mhm.
I think that we can squeeze things in. We're super moms, women, mothers that are listening. We say that we don't have time,
Right.
but we're gonna squeeze it in.
That's
Yep.
right.
And we're gonna make it happen. We don't
Right,
even know
right.
We
how
might
we're
be
gonna make it
fussing
happen.
to do it, but we
Yes,
don't get it
get it
done.
done.
We're
Yeah.
going to make it happen.
We
No
get
matter
it
what.
done. We definitely get it
Because
done.
we are we're the glue that holds everyone together.
Yes.
So mom here, you're
Yeah.
also a daughter. If you
That's
have
right.
a mom, you're a daughter.
Yes.
And then you're also a sister, you're a cut. We help everyone, right?
Right.
Right.
So I decided to say, you know what? Why not? So let's do it. And
Okay.
then that's how we got started in the insurance business. We actually started building. We were very coachable. I had no clue how to do this. I didn't even know how to sell a pen. I didn't know sales. I didn't know, but I started looking into it as being to me, it's not like sales. I put it in my mind that this is educating families.
Yes.
So when you start educating families and you find a passion and you start learning and actually developing yourself, and you have a mission,
Yes.
you start actually doing this with a purpose.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, and then, guys, I can go on all night. I'm not gonna take all
That's
that.
okay.
No,
But
no,
I'm
you're
gonna
doing
tell you-
good. You're doing great.
I'm gonna
This
tell
is
you
great.
that, like I was telling you earlier, the mission is always before
Before
the
the
commission.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Once you learn that and you have that first client, my first client, I will never forget my first client. And I was able to say, yes, your mother has an active policy.
Mm.
And they didn't have to worry about going to get with the family and finding out what they were going to do to collect the money for the funeral.
Mm.
When they didn't have to go in, what we're used to, like in our Hispanic community, go make a plate of, food, pupusas, tacos, whatever, and my husband and I would always be, collecting tortillas, Cokes to take to churches and things like that.
Yeah.
So automatically, that's another feeling. Whenever you are able to tell a family member, yes, we have something in place for them. Let me connect with the funeral, and we'll take care of it for you.
Oh, wow.
So
It's got to be a good feeling.
So we actually achieved a promotion in our company, which is the marketing director promotion. We started running our small agency, and that's how I didn't know what to name my team. Like it was like in my head, they were asking, "What's your name gonna be?" And we need to start doing some marketing material. I'm like, I don't know. So one night, I had an idea, but one night I sit down and I'm like, we are going to change the world in my mind, right?
Right.
I'm going to start with
Okay.
changing my family legacy. I want to start changing my community. I know it's going to take some time, and I want to change. I want a little bit that I'm going to do is going to make an impact in someone's lives,
Right.
which is going to impact, little by little, we can take over the world.
Right.
So I decided I remember sitting down in one of my desks and I'm like looking, I'm on fire. I need to start something that's gonna fire me up, because one thing that I can tell you is that you're gonna have, not everything is gonna be beautiful, everything's gonna have ups and downs, but as something that has been clear to me from day one, you cannot wait for someone to motivate you. You gotta lead yourself up so hot on fire.
Yes.
You gotta lead yourself.
Yeah.
And that's when that name came, Blaze. I was like, but let me find the words of Team Blaze. So I was like, we're building legacies, we're achieving successful entrepreneurs.
Woo! I love it.
Yes. That's how we started with the name, and that's how we became a marketing directors. Just being the students of the business, because I had zero knowledge about. I wish I would have known things that I know now. When my parents came into the United States, I was young, but whenever I became an adult, I feel like I'm doing this more because the lack of education that my parents had regarding their finances and planning their future for their retirement.
Yes.
And I think about it all the time. Every time that I talk about it, it comes to my mind, because I wish I would have educated myself so that I could teach my parents.
Right.
Wow.
Because my dad had, some savings that were, in the bank. And he retired a while back. Do you think he's already exhausted everything already? Because we didn't have a guy to tell him what to do with it.
Right.
Wow.
But those are things that are important to me. And whenever you guys know me, every time I'm going to talk about it with people I see with, I'm going to get my pen. Yes. And I don't need to have a presentation. I'll just have a piece of paper and a pen, and I'm gonna draw it up for you, because
you sure do.
Everyone needs to know how to educate. It's just about educating everyone about it.
That's right. I totally agree. And I just love the way that whenever I first spoke with you, how you broke things down to where it was so easy to understand. It was so easy to say,
we gotta make
oh my gosh, this makes sense.
Yes.
This makes sense. And to be able to say, okay, I know nothing about insurance, but I need to have some. Or I have to get some. I got to keep it up. But not knowing how much insurance impacts lives.
Yes. Right.
Oh my goodness. And to turn that education into a job that is going to help you impact your own family.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes.
It goes hand in hand. If you're not helping families, you're not helping your families either.
Right.
True.
Yes. Then you can be like me, that you like to talk all the time.
Hey, once you start, I was never a talker like that. I mean, I talk, but now I talk to everybody. My husband's like, you're just a natural talker. I just talk to everybody. I be going through the drive-through talking, do the pharmacy.
She does.
I do.
And
I be like seeing people I'm talking to on the phone, like, that's a
but
contact.
she don't even know she's prospecting.
Yeah, I don't know. I just do it.
If they say hi to her, she'll be like, do you have some insurance?
Yeah.
And I don't think she even knows that they don't roll off her tongue.
Yeah, it's like, I
it's funny to watch
stuff, because it's automatic to me now, because I'm like, it's car wash. Over there washing my car, somebody driving, like, I look for a few minutes. I'm walking up, you got insurance? I bet you got insurance on that car. What about your life? Seriously.
Yeah.
And they're like laughing at me. I'm like, I'm serious.
Your phone.
Lisa's
you have insurance on your phone.
I do.
Yeah.
Lisa tells me I can talk to trees. I can. If I'm passionate about it, I'll walk right up to a stranger.
Natural.
I don't even care if you speak English or not. I'm gonna do sign language. Okay. But she makes fun of me all the time. Boy, you can talk to trees. I mean, it doesn't matter where I am. Church,
and the person that shakes the most hands is the person that's gonna make most of the money.
Right.
Right.
Wow.
Go shake hands.
Yeah. Shake some hands then. Okay.
All right.
What's your name? But it's like, at one point people were like, when I first got into this business, because I came from a different, in the insurance field still as an insurance adjuster. And when I started this, I'm like, oh man, I love this here. The passion was here. Yeah. It wasn't on focusing on getting somebody's home repaired. It was to a point, but I loved this. Yeah. I loved helping people, loved educating people, because so many of my own family doesn't have insurance. Even to this day, I'm sure a lot of them don't, but they are so afraid to say they don't have it because they're embarrassed for some reason. It's not by being, when you should be embarrassed is when you don't have that money to put your loved one away.
That's
When
right.
something, you know, unexpected happens, then you have to call the whole family together to try and bury that person.
Right.
So that's when you should be embarrassed. Not about telling us, hey, I don't have insurance. Because I'll tell you, I didn't have insurance. Not a lot, you know, for a house, yeah, until I got into this business. You know, even after my mom passed away, my brother, I still didn't think, it wasn't here. It did not click.
Didn't click at first.
It still did not click. I still didn't have insurance until I joined this company.
Wow, Miss Joyce.
Because it wasn't a norm.
It wasn't a norm.
It
because
wasn't
that
a norm.
No, we think we're gonna live forever. Everything's gonna be okay. Oh, we just got money in the bank. Something happened. We just go get somebody will bury me. You know, that's what you're thinking. But I did not. I had on my house that if something happens to James or myself, the house would be paid for.
Right.
But as far as our own person, no, we didn't have it. And that was on me because I was ignorant to that fact.
Well, my husband, we didn't have it because he was raised around people that would say, "Don't put no insurance on me. You trying to curse me to die."
Okay, yeah.
You're trying to curse me to die. We're not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
You know.
And again, a lot of families don't like to talk about it.
We would get around. I would like somebody would die, and I might talk to them and say, "Oh, we need to do this, that." Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that. Kim, it's too early for us to be talking about that. But the reality is, it's never too early. And the older I get, the more I see how.
2 weeks old.
Yeah.
Should be good.
Yeah.
Yes.
And,
It's what we call those
doesn't
uncomfortable
matter.
conversations. You know, it's what Lord taught us, training us. We're going to have times where there's going to be those uncomfortable conversations about death. What should we do when, in the event of an unexpected death? Who's going to handle what?
Right.
How do they handle it? So there's just so many questions, and a lot of people don't like to talk about it, you know, because my parents didn't like to talk about it, but you want to talk about it. Well, what's going to do happen to the house? Who's going to do this? It's just things that we're not prepared to want to talk about.
That's right. That's
Right.
right.
I want to ask you this. I know, and I want to hit back on the entrepreneur side of the insurance business. Starting your own insurance agency or being a agent yourself. Now, earlier you stated that Florida, you worked for the state, and because what I want to do is make a point that people from all different walks of lives come in and join the agency and join this crusade of educating and protecting families. So you worked for the state for a number of years. What did your husband do?
He used to work for the city of Huntsville.
Oh, okay.
He used to be a truck driver.
Okay.
In the city of Huntsville. And we both don't come from a background in finances. We don't come from a background on sales. We were regular state employees, and we thought we were going to retire later.
Gotcha.
But whenever you're presented to something where you have a guide, you have a system, you have the resources, and most importantly, you have a mentor that guides you through the system. Is what made me be okay joining this industry, because I'm gonna be honest with you, if it would not have been for a mentor, I don't think that I would be here. I appreciate that mentorship.
Yeah.
I think I would be here, but maybe I would have struggled.
Yeah.
But it was that person that told me you can do it. You know, that person that gave me that security. Hey, you can learn this.
Yeah. And
I was like, I don't like talking to people. You're going to learn. I don't know what insurance is. You're going to learn. So I was like, okay, so if I get stuck here, what do? You call me. What if I get no's? You call me. What if I get rejected? You call me. And I would, you know, there was moments in the industry that at the very beginning that I didn't know how to handle my emotions. And I would get very sensitive, emotional when a friend would say no to me and wouldn't give me an appointment. And I would get I would take it so personal. And I said, they're not telling, then I had to call my coach. I'm like, oh, somebody said no.
Oh.
It's okay. Go to the next one. They're not saying no to you. They're just saying no to, what you have to offer. And some people, not everyone is going to be your clients. You have
Right.
to understand that.
True.
But help me build the skin in the game.
Right.
And with like anything, you have to build the skin in the game. But one thing that has been very clear to me through my journey in this industry, or any other industry that I would have done, is like I'm very clear that I don't allow any type of objection or rejection.
Okay.
A no define my future.
All right.
Right.
I like that.
I'm telling you, that's something that
That's
I
good.
stand by, because
That's good to hear.
there might be other things, but I just don't allow someone else's feelings, opinions, emotions. But now I have to work on that, because
it didn't come overnight.
it
In other
didn't
words,
come overnight, because you're
Okay.
gonna get some different opinions and things like that, different mindsets and things, like you said, different walks of life.
Yeah.
But as long as I'm true to myself and I'm true to what I believe and the mission that I have, everything's gonna be okay. Because the support that I have with my husband too, that's
Awesome.
important.
Oh, that's very
Yes.
important.
That's super important.
When everybody in the household's on the same
Yes,
page, you and your
because
partner on
you
the
may
same
feel
page.
down one day,
Yeah.
but then you have your husband like, come on, get over it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
And vice
Yeah.
versa,
Right.
But what if both of us are like down, we have a mentor
Yeah.
to call.
That's great.
Yeah.
But everything has been amazing, because we have a support system in the company that we can always rely on.
That's awesome. Well, let me ask you this, because that brings up another question. So, is it just the mentorship alone that helps keep you motivated, or there are other rituals or other things that you do to stay motivated? Because I think when you become an entrepreneur, that a lot of time people get out of being an entrepreneur, because when they do get down, they stay down. They don't know how to get themselves back up. Maybe they don't have a mentor. Maybe it's something else they need to do to help them get to where they need to. I know some people say, I do affirmations. I affirm. I affirm.
Well,
I want to be a millionaire today. Affirm.
I want to speak for myself, okay?
Okay.
Because I think that the motivation comes. I think that, and I'll be very honest with you, I think that you have to have clear goals of what you want in
Okay.
life.
Yeah, I agree.
Because some people
totally
say,
agree.
my kids motivate me, but then we also use our kids as our excuses.
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
my parents keep me going, but then we use our parents as a burden.
Mhm.
So I think that you have to get to clear goals in your life. So and then you also have to think of this. Some people wants to eat the whole elephant at the same time. I think that you have to set up goals.
Mhm. Okay.
In this mentorship that I have with my mentors, which is Patrick, he has showed us how to plan a. Right now is a good time to do business planning, and you got to plan. What's going to happen here to the end of the month, the end of the year,
Okay.
and then you got to plan the next quarter of the year, and just kind of break it. And the break goes through a year. So
Okay.
he said whenever I first started, do a business plan for the end of the year, and then give me a business plan for the next 2 years, and then give me a business plan for the 5 years.
Oh wow.
Guys, I can show you.
Wow.
You guys come to my office.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can show you a PowerPoint that I put together to show him my business plan when we first started.
Okay.
And on our 5th year, we have accomplished. I've checked.
Oh,
Wow.
But that's because I had someone to guide me through a business plan.
Okay.
So what keeps me motivated? I do things like words not like, babe, if we do this, we're gonna go there. Like the company gives us trips. So if we do X, Y, and Z, guess what? We're gonna do this. If we do X, we have different goals. We reward ourselves as well.
Gotcha.
So just like kids, like think about it. Think about Christmas.
Okay.
Go there when your kids were little and you went and bought a Christmas gift. The Christmas gift that you bought them weren't for you, were for the kids, right?
Right.
But you gave it to them because how did it make you feel opening their gift?
Good.
Wow.
Proud.
And you want to
See
you
that
take it
smile
as
on
that
their
video.
face.
Let's watch the video.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
it's like opening their gift. You see their expression, right?
Right. Yes.
So,
absolutely.
Those are the things that keeps me going. Like
Yeah.
I have my children. What do they want to do? Like let's talk about it. Daisy, she's out there. She's like, okay, this is what I want, and this is what I'm working on. Whatever you do, we're gonna support you. And she went to the school. She said, "Mom, I don't want to work with anyone. Why? Because she's seen us working for us. She's like, I want to be an entrepreneur.
Motivation.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this. And my motivation is like, how I'm gonna make her dreams come true.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen? What do I need to do to help her get to her dreams?
Right.
That's my motivation.
Right.
But you gotta set goals, and you have to help your children set those goals as well. So motivation, I think that that's part of it. Of course, everybody needs some kind of motivation, but it's more beyond being clear what you want in life.
Right.
Okay.
So people doesn't succeed entrepreneurs because they don't know exactly, they're not clear what they want. You got to have an income goal every time.
Okay.
You have to have an income goal. And I suggest everyone do right now, like I would say, write it on a piece of postcard and say, your goals,
Okay.
and post it everywhere. Make many of them and post it everywhere.
Post-it notes everywhere.
I am $100,000 a month. I am whatever goal it is, whatever, because that's another thing. People think freedom, what is financial freedom? It's what you decided to be.
Okay.
Nobody's, I can't tell you, Miss Joyce, your freedom is making $50,000 in a month. You decide what that is for you. For some people, getting an extra income to get their nails done is a freedom for them.
Gotcha.
Paying, for the bills on time is freedom for them. Nowadays,
Right.
buying
exactly.
groceries, buying that steak that you wanted, that's freedom for you.
Buying name brand food. Woo!
So so I say that for entrepreneurs, you just have to make a decision
Okay.
to have a clear goal what you want in life.
Write the vision.
Write the vision.
Yes,
Yeah,
vision boards are good, and check them off. Check them off. Like I did this, and that.
I'm going home and make me a vision board.
Yes.
So James gonna look at that vision
let's
board
have
and say, "What is she doing? We're gonna keep you away from board. I'm gonna do me a vision board." I used to do vision boards, but I haven't done one in a while.
A vision
So
board party. That's
yeah,
one.
yeah. So I'm telling you, do my vision board up. It's 2024 coming.
Yep.
Yep.
I got goals.
Let me tell you what Joyce used to do for me sometime. Okay. I would have my down days, and I'd have my days where I thought I knew what I was doing, but I really don't know what I'm doing. And she would call me in the morning, "What you doing, girl?" And I'd be like, "Why are you so excited?" I'll be, where is this energy coming from? She says, "I listen to motivation stuff, while I'm sleeping." She said, "I listen to it all night long until I fall asleep." So every so often, if I feel myself like going in a spiral or spiraling down in my spirit, I put on something on YouTube.
A song or
Something
something.
yes, to help wind me up so that I can get the energy and get back to where I drifted from that had me focused. You know what I'm saying? So that helped me a lot when she told me to do that. Yeah.
That's another thing.
Because
like
she would do that.
having-
She's my accountability partner. She
Oh,
calls
are
me
you
every
my
morning.
accountability
She's
partner?
like, "What are you doing
What's your-
today?"
That's right.
What is your list
What's
today?
your schedule?
As a matter of
That's right.
fact, we just set a goal for our schedule going forward. Like what time we're going to get up in the morning.
Yep.
From this hour to this
And
hour,
that's
are we
super
studying?
important.
Yeah.
Yes.
For this hour and that hour, are we making phone calls? From this
Yeah.
hour to that hour, you take a break, do whatever else you got to do. And then from this hour
Yep.
to that, and decide how many hours a day are you dedicated to
vision.
your goal, to
Yeah.
reaching what you're trying to do.
Mhm.
If you're going to work a 12-hour day, what are you going to do in that 12 hours?
That's
How is
right.
that 12 hours going to be mapped out so that you can be successful?
And-
And what
That's
all do
right.
you need to do to be successful?
Yeah.
I need to read. I need to take these little videos, watch these little things and do little tests at the end so I'll know and I'm show that I'm absorbing what I've read or what I saw. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so that has been very helpful as well.
And my thing with that is I worked on someone else's job, 12-hour days.
Oh yeah, that's
So,
right.
like,
You work or
why
Yeah.
can't I work for myself?
But yeah,
So
yeah. That was
like,
good. That's
it's gotta be
good.
something
That's a
better
good
than
one,
him,
Joyce.
because I felt like I was all over the place for a minute. So I talked to Kim. I said, look,
Yeah,
I'm working. This is my schedule.
yeah.
Because I'm in my mind, it didn't click. You know, I'm up here, I'm tired, I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, I was working on someone else's time,
Yeah.
telling me what time I had to be into work. I would get up at 3:00 to drive an hour to the camp, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then have to be in a meeting at 6:30, eat my breakfast real quick. I'm like, if I'm doing it for them, why can't I do it for myself?
Mhm.
So it clicked because something was missing.
Yeah.
Something
yeah.
was just missing. So, and that's
Yeah.
my thing where I have a goal every morning. I get up 4:30. Kim told me, you get up at 4:30? Yeah.
Yeah.
And 4:30.
Yeah, she get up at
You're
4:30.
not
And then I was like,
4:30.
I said, I can't get up at 4:30. I ain't gonna play like a pretend. I'm gonna get up at
I go
5:30.
to. I'm that person that I need 4 hours of sleep. I'm good. 3 to 4. I'm
Oh,
good.
wow.
And then
Yeah,
I'm
she's
out.
like
I've
She
always
is an
been like
energizer.
that.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
with this time change, I'm so blessed because I usually my alarm goes off at 7 in the morning. Now, like my natural alarm, I'm up at 6, so I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go because the time change. So I'm like, good. I needed to have this because now I get up early.
Yeah.
Earlier, an hour earlier makes a difference.
Yeah, and good vitamins and a little bit of exercise.
Yeah, you're right.
I started doing
Self-care.
them. I started doing them wall Pilates now. So give me a little, give me a little fine baby.
If y'all have any questions, please give us a call at 832-560-2885. We wanted you to, talk back, ask us some questions. Hit us up. We are talking. We are talking about the life of an entrepreneur and about coverage. We're going to get to the coverage part here shortly.
Yeah.
But if you have any questions about being an entrepreneur, you have some entrepreneur gurus right here before you. Tap right now. Tap. Go ahead and hit that screen with your questions if you don't want to call in, and just give us something to talk about. We want to be able to share with you the things that you want to hear about. Okay, that's top coverage over cocktails.
Yes.
I want to interject right quick, y'all. We're hitting on Joyce was saying Kimberly was saying that Joyce would call and
Accountability.
Kimberly would be saying, where did you get all this energy from?
Yes.
So you know where I get my energy from?
Where?
I thank God I played competitive sports my whole life because still to this day, I'm 53. I haven't played competitive sports since I was 19 or 20.
Okay.
Freshman year in college, I still hear my coaches like drill sergeants.
Wow.
It's the fourth quarter. Are you gonna quit? I still hear that.
Wow.
Dripping sweat.
Yeah.
I'm about to die, and you're screaming in my ear. I still hear it. I'm 53 years old.
Wow.
I still hear it. I ran track too, so we there was a pylon drill that we used to do, where every beep they would have a beeper on a timer.
Mm-hmm.
Beep, it would go 5 seconds. Beep. Every time we're running around the track, every time that beep went off, we were supposed to hit another pylon. If we didn't, oh my God, Jackson, you're losing. We're losing the district track meet because of you. I still hear that today.
Wow.
I still hear that today. Okay, I got to keep going. And people don't understand my work ethic. That's where I get it from.
Mm.
If you're ever around an athlete who played competitive sports, or someone who was in the armed forces who had a drill sergeant in their ear all the time, they don't know how to quit.
Right.
Mm.
They don't know how.
Wow.
It's good that you mentioned that because a lot of similarities of an entrepreneur is a lot of. I compare it to sports.
Okay.
Organized sports because you got to have that coach and that mentor.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Mr. Malcolm, was the coach nice and sweet?
No.
Right?
Never.
So it was always that tough. Like I'm gonna say something about my son. He started college and he's like, Mom, I'm thinking about dropping that class, because this coach, this teacher is hard. And I'm like, that's what you need, son.
Yeah.
Challenge yourself. You need someone that keeps you accountable.
Yeah.
And he's like trying to process that. But that's how I look at it. I believe that accountability And that brings up a book that I'm reading is Choose to Win. And he talks about how a person says, this speaker is speaking on stage, and he's like, hey, I get what you're saying, meet your goals, you're gonna become rich and this, but every time I start something, I always quit. It's like, I have a goal, but I always quit. He says, what do I do? He's like, well, first things first, do you really want me to be honest with you? How important is for you to meet those goals? Super important. I've got kids, I gotta make it work. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you to commit to 3 things. Okay, he's like, can you commit to 3 things? Yes, of course. Just tell me the secret. He's like, number 1 commitment is every morning when you get up, can you set, like, if you get up at 6, get up at 5:45. He's like, can you commit to set aside 15 minutes? And he says, oh yes, I can do it. Okay, that's your first commitment. Okay. What's next? Out of those 15 minutes, I want you to go to the mirror and I want you to self-talk to yourself. Affirmations.
Okay.
I'm the best. I am valuable. I'm a good parent. Like, I want you to talk to yourself in the mirror for 2 to 3 minutes and just talk to yourself. And he says, oh, I can do that, but I want you, like, I'm going to quit. I know I'm going to quit. He's like, oh, wait a minute. I'm not done yet. Okay, what do you want me to do with the other 12 minutes? I want you to get a piece of paper and work towards activities, like write down your activities, tasks that you have to finish to get to your goal that you're going to be working on on that day. Okay. And he's like, well, yeah, I mean, I can do it, but the problem I have is that I start and like a few days later I quit. And he's like, that's it. You're like disciplined. So,
right.
Okay, so can you commit to that? He's like, yes, I can commit to that. And he's like, but I don't know if I can do it. Like, I'll commit to it, but I'll quit. He's like, okay, now let me give you another scenario. He says, well, this is what we're going to be doing. You write me a check for $10,000.
Ooh.
And
big motivation.
Every day, you're going to tell me, and be honest with yourself, I completed my 15 minutes and you're going to text me. If you don't, first time that you didn't text me, I'm taking that check away. I'm catching that check. And he's like, oh no, I'll do it. I'll commit to do it. He said, because I'm going to prove you that if you start doing that consistently by 6, you're going to create a new habit.
Wow. New habit.
So this routine is going to create a new habit. And it's going to make you disciplined. But the minute you stop, I'm catching that check. And he's like, oh, I'll make it happen. I'll do it. Now, let me ask you why you said that the first time you say you wouldn't do it, that you were going to quit. And now you're telling me that you're going to do it. It's like, I guess the fear of loss. That I'm going to lose $10,000.
Wow.
That will make
you.
Yeah, that will make you.
That'll change your mind.
Yeah,
that'll
motivate change your mind and get like,
who wants to lose? That's the $10,000.
Yeah, but like Mr. Malcolm says, he was so true to himself. Like, we don't build quitters, right? Once you have that mindset, you're not going to quit. No. It's really hard for someone that really has a true goal and a clear goal to quit. You know, you may go through things. You may take a reset. You may take some time, which is totally understanding. But whatever you do, not only in this industry, but whatever you do, you work towards that same goal.
Gotcha.
One more thing, and I'll back up out of the way again. Thank you, coaches at Klein Oak High School, for creating this. Because I know a lot of guys who would have quit several times. But they instilled it in me.
They didn't let you.
Yeah, they didn't even. I mean, I hate to say it, but they drove me so hard that at one point I broke my ankle. The trainers said it was an ankle sprain. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm tough. I don't want to hear the coaches talk noise. I'm going to fight through this twisted ankle.
Oh, wow.
for a week, like 8 days, I practiced on a broke ankle.
Wow.
And the coaches were
Wow.
like, son, we understand you're tough, but hey, we need you to rest. And I'm like, no, y'all built this. I'm not quitting.
Wow.
So I ended up going to the doctor, and they said, son, this is broken. Excuse me. This is a broken metatarsal, I believe they said. It's
Wow.
a metatarsal is a little bitty bone.
Mm.
I had broken a bone in my foot. I don't know if y'all know this, but we have hundreds of bones in our
Mm-hmm.
in our foot. I might be exaggerating, but it's more than
I know
one.
what you're talking about.
Okay.
More than
yeah.
one bone,
Mhm.
and I had broken one of them.
Mm.
And here I am playing football, doing my best on a broken foot because of the coaches at Klein Oak High School. I can't even remember half of them names, but hey,
That's all right.
salute.
Hey.
Never quit, everybody. Never quit. This is the Let's Talk Coverage Over Cocktail show on Real Talk 100 Radio.
That's right.
We are
Let's take a look.
Yes. What
Absolutely.
motivates you? Woo!
we're just
How do you stay motivated? Can y'all tap in and let us know
Mhm.
what motivates you and what keeps
What's your
you going?
motivation?
What is your motivation, baby? What is your
Yes.
motivation?
Mhm.
Come on, give us a call, 832-560-2885. We want to hear from you. We want to hear what motivates you, what keeps you focused,
Like
what
and share.
drives you.
Like and share.
That's right.
Mhm.
Like and share. Like and share.
they're tuned in, but they're quiet.
They're quiet. Okay. Y'all have any questions? Feel free to call in and ask. We want to hear.
Tell them what they're listening to right quick. What's the name of the show, and what is the discussion about?
This is Let's Talk Coverage Over Cocktails, where at this very moment, we're talking about the industry of life insurance. We're also at this moment talking about entrepreneurship. To be an insurance agent means you're an entrepreneur. So to be an entrepreneur, there's some steps, and there is a mindset that you have to build within yourself so that you're able to be successful. So that is what we're talking about.
Motivation.
And we're talking to the queen of Team Blaze. Yes, a life insurance team right here in Houston, Texas. We are talking to Flora Moore Quinn. Yay! Woo! This is our life insurance coach. We love
Yes.
her. We appreciate her. We thank God for the drive that is within her and how she puts that and conveys that to each and every person that she trains and that she motivates and that she checks on like a mama hen. And she goes around and she'll get around to you. Yes, she's going to check on you. Absolutely. So we're talking to the queen of Blaze, of Blaze Insurance, and her name is, again, Flora Moore Quinn, and we're glad to have her with us today. So Flora, I have another question I want to ask you. We're going to get back to talking about insurance, okay? Now, how long would you say that you've been in the industry of insurance?
I got licensed in 2018, so
Okay.
starting my 6th year.
Wow. 6 years.
Yes.
6 years. So would you say that insurance 6 years ago looked different to what it looks like today?
I would say with the dynamic of how we are growing as diversity,
Okay.
is different. From what I hear in the history books and what I've seen in the industry before, is that all these life insurance agents are now retiring.
Gotcha.
And
Wow.
if you look at some of the numbers, like we have it in our presentation, the number of agents that we had, who went on knocking on your door?
The little old white man.
The baby boomers
Yeah.
that are now getting, retirement mode. If you go ask, they all had life insurance or knew about different products because someone went knocking on the door.
They did.
Now, times have changed. Who goes to knocking on your door now?
Nobody.
Nobody, right? So
They're not knocking on my door.
So life insurance was a boring topic that nobody wanted to talk about.
No.
Right?
Right.
And that's something that,
No.
it was boring. Like, oh my gosh, they was
Because
the
the insurance man.
Yes. They're going to come knocking on the door to charge. And But was that good? Yes, was good back then because
Yeah.
people were getting educated. Now we're revolutionizing to something that is gonna be cool to be a life insurance agent.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay.
We're making it a sexy industry.
It's sexy. Yes. And we're making insurance sexy. That's true.
Yes, we are. So we have within our industry, within our company, we are I believe 55% of the agents are
Women.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, you heard that,
So-
Malcolm?
No, say it again.
Including your wife,
Say it again.
including Lisa.
55.
55% of the new agents in today's society
ladies,
are women.
woman taking
Yeah.
Taking over. That's right.
Yeah.
When normally, where it was ruled by men.
Right.
I never
the
saw
whole
a female. I
industry.
never saw a female
We only
agent
had one in
growing up.
Palestine.
Right.
I remember.
Never.
Maybe two.
Right. So
But
it
it
was
was mostly
unheard
men.
of. And then now you asked me, that's a good question, by the way. Look at you getting all your questions together. She's good. But that's what I've seen in
Okay.
change. I never, like I said, never would have imagined me doing life insurance, you
Right,
know.
me either.
And this what
I
I've seen
love
is like we have energetic. By the way, the agents, the average age is in the 30s and the 30s, 40s.
I know, because I'm in my 30s.
So I feel
Somewhere
one of
in there.
We're like no,
I'm in my
we're in
30s
the
too.
I'm in my 30s
Yes,
somewhere.
we're in the 30s, right?
Mhm.
But
My real late 30s.
it makes it energetic. It makes it fun. It makes it fun.
Yeah.
The
It's
one
a lot
thing
of fun.
is fun,
It
and,
is.
and you have to. We gotta stay young around them. We have to get. We gotta innovate. Like even here today,
Yeah.
being on online. Being on live.
Right.
And before the technology wasn't part of it.
No,
right.
Before companies, as good you asked, they didn't allow you to do anything like on Zoom or over the phone.
Right.
Everything had to be paper,
Mhm.
and you have to fax everything.
That's right.
Now with pandemic, pandemic came here and it evolutionized a lot of things.
Gotcha.
When I first started, I remember doing paper applications. And we had to
Wow.
send them in so
Uh-huh.
that we can submit it into the system.
Mhm.
In pandemic, what happened?
We couldn't.
do that.
We couldn't. We couldn't even
We
get
couldn't
to
go-
somewhere where we can fax.
We couldn't, and we couldn't have. I remember sitting in my office, and they came like, "You got to show that you cannot have people in your office." And I'm like, "What are we going to do?" I remember going in my house. We had an office in Conroe, and I go in my house, and I'm like, and I was like, "What are we gonna do? Like, we deal with people every day. How are we gonna see
Right.
our clients?" And then my wartime leader, our mentor, says, "Everybody get on Zoom. I'm gonna show you how to do, sales on Zoom. How to do the presentation on Zoom."
Wow.
And I remember that we logged in, and I'm like, he gave me hopes. He gives all of us hopes
wow.
that we could do. That was the first time in my career, in my life, that my husband and I made. What pandemic started like February, March.
Right.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
The month of April 2020 is the first time that I crossed $30,000 in a month
Wow.
in the industry. I have made less than that, but that was the first month that we did it. And everybody was, unfortunately, things have to happen for people to realize that they need it.
Yeah.
And then people got scared, like, I need life insurance. So, we do a hybrid business even now. We go to homes and then we do it on Zoom.
Mhm.
Last night I interviewed a lady, and the lady got started right away, 10 minutes, put her in, roll her, and I went to see her today getting her license. And that's how fast you ask, because we are evolutionizing.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
there seems to be a lot of younger kids, 20, 21 years old, coming into the industry. as
Oh,
well.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I saw that when we were in
Las
Dallas,
Vegas.
Las Vegas and
Mhm.
Dallas,
Mhm.
walking across the stage, these 21-year-olds making $5, $6, $7
Six-figure, yes.
Yes. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Figures.
whoa, 21,
Wow.
Mhm.
21 years old. That was amazing.
Yes.
That was.
Because I thought about
It was
damn,
amazing.
what did I do when I was 21? I just
I
wasted
know,
my
right?
time.
I wasn't doing
I was
insurance.
like, what
Wasn't
was I doing
Well,
when I was 21?
I mean, it's like, can you imagine me being 21 years ago,
Ooh.
how much money?
Can you imagine this 20,
today.
21s making that now what their life is going to be in the next 5 to 10 years?
Yes. They're
If
in
they're here
retirement
in this
age.
program doing amazing things
They're
in the
going to be
industry.
able to
This
retire
industry
so
pays
early
very
in
well,
life.
you know.
It does.
Yes.
It does. Yes.
Ma'am.
Yes, it does. That is so awesome. So
Yes.
yeah,
So
is
that
awesome.
that is something that has changed. I've also seen where speaking about coverage, the companies have also picked up on it because before, they didn't allow us to do that. Now, electronic signatures where you can send
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
just click, everything is embedded in a system and it goes to the client. They open up their phone, click, review, click, save, send it to the contract to your computer, fast. We get approvals the same day. We had one of our agents that submitted the policy on Monday, got approved Wednesday, got paid today. So
Awesome.
and
Can't be no better than that.
and the person gets covered the same, as soon as the approval. That's the most important
That's
thing.
right.
Because
That's right.
we don't have to wait. It's amazing because these companies have already been set with checking, the underwriting is smoother, it's like express underwriting that you get an approval right there on the computer. That's what's amazing, and automatically the client is pre-approved, and then if something happens, the same day they're covered.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
That is.
I love the fact that when someone calls you for a quote, you can just go to your phone and there, bam.
I do too. I love that too.
I love it.
Yes, you download an application
that.
and you go there and you do the quote. You send them the screenshot. Here it is.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
can
love
decide
that.
at that moment if that's something that they're interested in
That's
getting.
right.
That's right.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, that's awesome.
So it's just a whole new world.
It is.
There's
Whole
no
new world
reason
industry.
why you cannot help someone. These two from you're here and they're in Wisconsin.
Right. That's right.
Right.
You're licensed in how many states? You're
31.
31 states. Joyce is licensed. That can help anyone in any state in the nation, in the country.
That is
so
right.
It's just, reaching out to help those families,
Right.
anywhere,
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and not only that, when you have people that call in and they're interested in the business, and you can tell them about the business. Like me, I didn't even see a presentation. I was like, what do I need to do? I can sign someone up on my phone.
Yes,
No matter
that's
where
right.
they
Yes.
are, within 5-10 minutes, they're in.
That's right.
They're in. I love it. I
That's right.
absolutely
I do too.
love it. So
Yes.
who's out there needing a job? Come on in.
That's right.
Needing
Come
that
on
extra
in.
income, right?
Yes.
That's right.
Your Christmas is coming up.
Yeah.
Sure is.
Christmas.
So, Floor, say you have a prospect that is watching right now,
Come on, y'all.
and you're wanting to encourage them to be an insurance agent. What's the first thing you would say to them?
I would say tomorrow I'm having a business overview in our office. It's right off Cypress Station. I would say come so that we can, and show you what we do, the compensation and everything. And that would be the first step for you to be aware of what your options are. Also, have an open mind and an open heart. Is sometimes it's not even about the money. Of course, everybody needs an extra income, of course. But you got to think beyond that.
You do.
For the mothers out there, I know that we have children. We want to spend time with our kids, going to school activities. This is an amazing part-time hustle for everyone because part-time basis, you're looking at making a minimum amount that can pay, your house bill, your house note, your car note. So right now, times with the situation that we have now with recession, the inflation, this is a nice little part-time that you could have. I recommend everyone to start part-time. Keep your job until you have a good pipeline and a good consistent income.
Absolutely.
But best of all, if you decide to, you're in a good mentorship program.
Yes.
These ladies are going to support you and they're going to walk you through your path in this industry. You're not going to be alone. We have systems in place. You do have to get your license with the state. So you're going to go and take your exam. You don't have to think about this. Don't get afraid. You're probably thinking, oh, I'm going to take a test. Look, you're going to study your test to pass your exam. Okay,
right.
You're going to study the course to pass your exam.
That's right.
And you're going to learn everything as you go. Imagine, Kim.
Yes.
Imagine, Miss Joyce.
Yes.
You get licensed
Uh-huh.
and you learn and earn as you go.
Awesome.
Imagine just doing that. I didn't know. I only learned, I mastered one company in one product.
Yes.
And with that said, I made 6 figures in 6 months because I only did one. I didn't have to go learn 100 different ones. I only learned one.
Gotcha.
So, and that's another thing that I can tell you, that in the industry, don't get overwhelmed because you learn one thing, you want to be jack of all trades, you want to learn it all.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make that mistake. You learn one at a time, master one thing. Because I'd rather be a master of something, a master of none. So you go ahead and learn one thing at a time. And as a new life insurance agent, you're gonna feel like once you master one thing, you're gonna earn confidence,
Mm-hmm.
And then that's I would say that some people that's what I've seen. It was like, oh, how do I know it all? No, you don't have to know it all.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to stay there.
I didn't know anything.
You
When I
didn't
came
know
in,
anything.
I'm like, oh Lord,
I
what did I
know
just get
nothing.
myself into?
Yeah.
But I learned like you said, I learned as I went along. As you say, I studied the test, took the test, passed the test, but I didn't try and master everything in my brain
It's too much
at one time, because every day you're learning something different.
Mm-hmm.
Not with just one company, but many companies
Mm-hmm.
that you deal with. And like Flor says, master one company,
One company at a
one
time.
company at a time, and then get familiar with that.
And we have plenty of trainings that you can do for the mothers that are home. This is something that you can do from home. By the way, you have your own home office.
Mhm.
You do too. Both of you have home offices.
Absolutely.
And they're able to. How much resources we have on training?
Oh my
Yeah, a
goodness.
lot.
So
I mean,
The back office,
You
full
can
of
go in there
trainings
and train yourself.
videos.
yes.
Videos, webinars, live webinars, and then we
Yes.
have classroom training. Some people don't like to work, and they can come to our trainings. We have licensing classes, free licensing classes that we provide.
Free, y'all.
Free.
We have an office that you can come in and train. So those are things that many people may take for granted, by the way, because there's a low cost to join. It's a low cost for the license. It's so affordable, like it's even a joke,
Right.
So many people think they take this profession for granted because of a low cost, but I can tell you that this is a very wealthy industry, and you have much potential if you follow the system. If you become a student of the business, you could be a 7-figure earner.
Woo!
You could go up. I mean, you
That's
can
my
go
goal.
as much as you can. I never imagined in my life that I was going to be a 7-figure earner, and we're on the path to be. And that's because I became a student of the business. I stay consistent. And like he said, Mr. Malcolm say, you got to have discipline, and
Yes.
and you have to be in anything, not only on this,
Yes.
but in anything that you do. Once you have a consistency, it's either, if you have a restaurant, if you have whatever you got to do, you must stay consistent to have results, So, but that's one thing that I can tell you about the opportunity. I'm very grateful that someone believed in me, that believed that I could do the test, and I did it. And our life has completely changed, and I actually, if you're listening here, these ladies here, Miss Joyce, you guys do they have your number, or they're calling this number?
They have
our numbers.
They have your number?
Yes,
Okay.
he actually puts them on the screen there.
Yes, so
Yeah.
call these
My
ladies.
number is 281-814-7332. And Kimberly?
903-724-8451.
And if you can't get us on phone and you guys decide that you want to talk to us about the opportunity, we can either we roll in the cars, or we can do it via Zoom.
Absolutely.
So
But
just call
listen,
us.
Joyce, I was thinking about, wow, she's talking about being a 5 and 6 figure earner.
Oh yeah.
And I was looking at my hand.
We need
and
to
I looked at
congratulate
her hand.
her. Oh my God.
I looked at my
Look at
hand.
mine.
Then I looked at her hand. Then
And I
I
was
crossed
looking
my
too.
hand. And I looked at her hand crossed. And I thought, wow, I want the big ring.
Yes.
I want the big ring like
You want
that.
the
That's
big ring?
beautiful. That is beautiful.
Yes.
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 Hold that up
For-
so they can see that ring.
Yes.
Yes. And tell them how you got that
The
ring.
Okay, so this represents that this year we crossed $500,000 in income.
Malcolm,
yes,
Malcolm, like what?
Show that on my Facebook Live.
yeah. So that's what
That
it
means
represents.
that they have
$500,000.
they have sold $500,000 worth of commissions in sales, in
Yes.
insurance sales.
So that's what it represents. And the company gives us. This is like a championship. you know.
Yes.
We have championship rings that when we hit a milestone in income, they give us a ring,
Yes.
and with the colors changes. So that means how we're talking about different goals, different
Yeah,
milestones,
right.
different things. So for us, for my husband and I, our income milestones,
Mm-hmm.
and that only comes because we have a team, right? So also our efforts, but also building other people to make money.
Right.
It wouldn't have happened if people in the team aren't making it. So as I grow, they grow, and as we go, all go. They go, we
Absolutely.
go.
Mhm.
So that's one thing
That's
about the
awesome.
company. I can't grow if you're not growing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's why I'm always like, promotions, let's get you going. If you need motivation, I'll inject motivation. If you need training, I'll inject training. Like, that's my priority. Like, that's self-development, my self-development, and also help others
That's
self-develop.
it. Absolutely.
Because if I have to lead by example first.
Right.
Yeah.
First, I have to be me. That's one thing about me and reading. I've been so obsessed about reading. I recommend everyone to read. I believe that there's three things that I always follow by as for success. To work on success is the books you read,
Mm-hmm.
the meetings that you attend, and the people that you associate with.
Yes.
So that's your circle.
Your circle.
Yeah, your circle.
And it matters,
Your
ladies,
circle,
to be
right.
in a circle, because why would you be with
Yes.
someone that is going to be negative, complaining,
Right.
and things like that,
Yeah,
because it
yeah.
brings you down.
It
So
does.
it has to do a lot with your mindset too, who you're going to be around with.
Mhm.
I love people. I love my family. Some family. But whenever I hear like negativity, talk, you know what?
Let me call you back.
Yeah, that's you got to. You always have to
I gotta
guard.
take this call.
You got to guard your ears.
Yeah.
You have to guard your spirit. You have to
Mhm.
guard your idle mind.
Gotcha.
And that's something that I guard myself.
Good.
Because I may listen. I listen to people. I hear people, but that doesn't mean that I got to take it in.
Exactly.
And that's one thing that we all work on. Whenever you're in a leadership position, like, okay, I listen to you. I may agree, may not agree with you, but I'm true to my goals, and I'm true to my path. So that's one thing that has helped us go to the next level. And this is just the beginning, guys. We have so many goals, guys. Like
Awesome.
this is just tapping in a little bit that we know, because this is something else that you cannot go to the next level. What got you here will not get you to the next level. So you have to go and always keep improving,
Okay.
in everything that you do here. So that's what you learn with us, by the way.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's a lot. We're constantly learning every day.
Uh-huh.
And we have, like I said, we have a great trainer and mentor with King Boris and our
And the
queen
queen.
here.
That's Rodolfo and Ceci right there. They're
Yeah.
my mentors.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're the
Our mentors have mentors.
that's the couple that came to my office and to my house, and they didn't speak English.
Okay.
And
Wow.
they
Wow.
back then in 10 years ago, they were making $30,000-$50,000 a year. 10 years ago.
Wow.
and now they're making $2 million. They have this beautiful home, and
Absolutely
they
gorgeous.
sell me the dream. They're like, he was
Wow.
a visionary. I remember when he came in 10 years ago. He was in his 20s, and he says, we're gonna build an empire. We're gonna go and buy beautiful homes. We're gonna travel the world. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna drive exotic cars. We're gonna meet presidents.
All of that.
And I was looking at him like, what are you smoking? Like,
Are you smoking?
but I would be like, he's a visionary. When when he left the house, when I'm like, man, he's a visionary. Like, he gave me hopes. He planted that seed in me. Like, he's giving me hopes. Maybe this can happen. I'll watch him.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, a few years later, he's traveling the world. He's meeting president. He's buying homes, and I'm like, okay, babe, go see what he's doing. But now we travel the world with them.
Wow.
We meet presidents together.
Wow.
We're there. They gave me hope because I'm next.
Yeah, right.
I'm next.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome.
You sound like he sounds like me when I go home to Lisa, because when you work 9 to 5 your whole life, that's all you know.
That's
Right.
what
But when I come in the door and I'm like, I'm not as excitable and animated, but I'm like, listen, we don't have to work no 15-hour days the rest of our lives. We don't have to do this. We can work about 3 hours a day and make more money. We can work less. And she's looking at me, work less and make more money. Like, she doesn't know any different. So the story you just told,
She's a hard worker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She that's all she knows.
Yeah.
She's worked since she was 16 years old, and that's all she knows. And I'm trying to change that mind frame, and with you ladies' help, I hope I can.
Yes.
So
we can do it.
So-
Yes.
elaborate one more time. Who are these people on the screen?
They are our board councils. Board councils of the agency. He's actually the number one person in the entire company.
Mm-hmm.
They are the ones that introduced me to this opportunity.
Okay.
They are actually my brother-in-law and Rodolfo met in El Salvador. They were friends in El Salvador, grew up together, went to college together. My brother-in-law came to visit here to Houston, and that's how we met them.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow.
And they're making $2 million a year.
Yes.
And you're telling us that anyone in the nation can make that kind of money in a matter of time.
Yeah.
In a matter of time.
And keep in mind, no one has talked about they had to have a college degree.
Okay.
No one's talked about that you had to have a financial background.
Nope.
All that has been said here is you have to have a mindset. You need to discipline yourself, get you a mentor, and get you a routine way of doing things, and a passion to help people
Mm-hmm.
to make it in this industry
Mhm.
and be 7-figure earners.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I haven't even been in a year yet, but I have goals
Mm-hmm.
as well. I just work mine a little bit differently. I'm one of those rebellious kind of kids.
Mhm.
I'm having fun right now, but when I really get down with it, I'm gonna get down with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm still having cocktails. You know what I'm saying? I'm still having conversations over cocktails, but I enjoy what I do. I enjoy the people that I meet.
Yes.
I enjoy helping somebody. If I give somebody some information that they did not know, I think I'd have done something. I ain't gotta sell them
And
nothing.
you have
But I
fun
could
along
just-
the way too as well.
Yeah,
So
you
it's
do.
not
We
like
meet good people.
you meet a lot of different people in different walks of life with different backgrounds.
Yeah.
But you have fun while you're doing this. We're not those
You got that right. Mm-hmm.
stiff collars, 'cause we have things at the office too that are just a lot of fun. Hey, I dressed up like a black Barbie.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I came in my belly out and everything. Like, where's everybody else?
Be
Like,
like,
But you're right about
we
creating
have fun. You have to.
creating friendships and your friends become family
Mhm.
in the business. Because like today, I go to Crockett, Texas,
Yeah.
and I go and visit with some business partners, and then Miss Carolyn. I shout out to Miss Carolyn today.
Yep, Miss
Carolyn
Carolyn.
McKnight!
Carolyn's like, I got lunch for you, and I'm like,
Sweet.
Oh, yeah.
we had, oh my gosh, right out of the oven, cornbread,
Ooh.
spaghetti,
Ooh.
corn. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is
Yeah.
amazing. And I'm like,
That's
oh.
awesome.
And like I
Awesome.
developed a friendship with her.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have happened if I had not met her through I met her through Kenyatta, Miss Sharonda, and then I met Miss Carolyn. And it happened because we kept sharing the opportunity with people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How did I meet you guys? Through Miss Sharonda. Miss Denise introduced me to Miss Kim, and then Miss Kim introduced me to you.
Yeah.
And then we met so many amazing people.
We went to Dallas, and we had food over there. It's just always different types of foods. It's fun.
So it's fun. Yes,
It is.
fun.
It's fun. It's work, but it's fun at the same time.
It's not even work for me anymore.
No.
Like, to me, it's more like I have fun with it. Like if I'm not doing this, like I feel like I'm weird. Like whenever I'm home, like I feel like what do I do? Like my daughter was saying earlier, on Sundays, Mama cooks breakfast and we grill, and by 3 is my me time.
Yeah.
I either go reading, and I need to have my creative time. I need to have my time, my thinking time. That's just something that I need, for me. And everybody's good with it, and even when we do that, it's like I get again rejoice myself with my goals and everything, So,
Right.
Yours is like 2 a.m, right?
Yeah, I'm serious. And I was like last week, I'm on the phone and I my phone was acting crazy. So James was trying to catch everything to try and download whatever, but it was acting all crazy. So of course I get in bed and I grab my tablet and he's like, so now you're gonna play on your tablet? I'm like, what am I supposed to do? He's like, go to sleep. And because I cannot go to sleep, I'm up, because not only that, my brain is turning. So I can't sleep because I'm thinking about what am I gonna do next? How am I gonna do this? What's the outcome? It's the how, why. I play like the what if game. It's like a what if game. What if I do this and then I got an answer for that, and then what if this happens if I do that? So it's an ongoing thing until I'm gonna end up with no teeth, because the phone's gonna end up dropping and busting my teeth out.
Yeah, you told me that.
Fall asleep and the phone drops.
Wow.
I've had my husband to take the phone and get up and take the phone and put it on the counter because I'm asleep with the phone. But it's just like it's thinking about how you're gonna work this business. What's your next step? How are you gonna?
You're always thinking what's next for you.
Yes. So at the same time, you think about those things, but you're trying to accomplish goals. At the same time, with the business. So it's a nonstop thinking process, but it's fun. I do a lot of different things. The vendor events, like my first one 2 weeks ago in the neighborhood, because I've always
that was cute.
Oh my God, it was so many people. I was like, oh my God, I'm running out of stuff. Barbara and I were sitting there, and thank Barbara. Hi, thank you too. Barbara came out to help, but it was hundreds and hundreds of people. And I'm like, oh my God,
Wow.
oh my God. I have people calling me too. So that makes it even better when you get results.
Yes.
From the work that you put in, you're getting results. You're talking. That's why I sound a little hoarse now, because I'm constantly talking to people.
Good.
Well, let me ask you this. Can you think back over the past 6 years, and what scenario can you give us that was a joyful thing that happened with you selling a policy to a client?
Money doesn't bring your loved one back. And I'm just gonna say that I've been fortunate so far, and I know you have gone through it. Losing a loved one close to you, a father, or they're still alive, thank God. But I had my cousin who passed away. He didn't have life insurance, and we went through a hardship, and we were able. The whole family got together and we got that taken care of. And that made me realize, that was back in 2013. And you know how the funny thing is that the Lord put things in your path for a reason.
He does.
That same month is when I met Rodolfo and Ceci.
Wow.
December 2013.
Wow.
And they had talked to me about life insurance. And I said, no, we're all good. My family has it. I had it through work. We're all good. What about maybe your uncle's cousin, oh, we're all good. And I said, no. Like everyone is so used to saying no.
Right.
Without even thinking, like, what if? Maybe I don't know. Maybe if they do need it, right? So I say no. And that same month, we had that tragedy that my cousin passed away. So what I did immediately is I went to a company and I went and got life insurance for all of us, for all my family, right? So that was my first ever experience of a loved one. So fast forward, I'm doing the business, and I always relate to that experience because we went through that. And people, not everybody's going to be your client. So people will, some people won't. And one of my first clients, the beginning of when I started doing this, we protected a family, and the mother passed away 2 years later. And your life is going to change once you fulfill a claim.
Wow.
It will, as a life insurance agent, because you're going to realize why you're doing this. That, like, you're gonna be like, wow, I'm able to provide this person, and fulfill that claim, and left some money for the loved ones that stayed behind. They were able to cover the funeral expenses and everything. But one experience that I can tell you is recently we had one of our own brokers, a marketing director, who was diagnosed with cancer, oral cancer. And he, unexpectedly young man, former police officer, full of life, very genuine guy. And unfortunately, we cannot pick what's going to happen to us.
That's right.
He was diagnosed with cancer. He had a major surgery. From what I've seen in the pictures and what they told me, he could not speak for 5 months. They cut his tongue and everything, and he had gotten a life insurance last year. So he had it for 6 months. And you go through hardship. He's not working. His now wife wasn't working all the time. And they filed a claim, and he was able to receive living benefits.
Oh, wow.
They were able to pay a lump sum of money out of the policy, because life insurance is not for death benefits. Life insurance is also for life. You have living benefits. Some of them, the ones that we represent, all of them have living benefits. You have to apply for it. You have to qualify for it. But that's one that I can think of. You asked me that question. That's one that I can tell you that has been very excited, because we were able to have a case in our team that it happened to us. It hit home. I've had many claims here in the past few days. Every day, like I was telling you earlier, I get reminded why I'm doing this, because we're growing as a team. Of course, what happens when your organization grows, we're going to have more cases, right? So of course we find out more claims. We find out of people with cancer, with any type of chronic and critical illnesses that are getting claims laid out. So those are, to me, that makes me happy, that we're able to provide those services to everyone. And all you got to do is apply for them, and you won't know until you apply.
That's
you
true.
have to apply for them. That's one of the successful stories that I can recall. And of course, paying off claims. I've had another one. Of course, it wasn't one of those that, I'm happy that it happened, but I was happy for the family. We had another case this year, earlier this year. You know how we do field trainings? One of the agents in Boston, in another state, was not licensed and had me help a friend. It was one of the field trainings that we had in another state. So we had 3 different states involved. I'm on Zoom. The friend says, I need a policy. The lady's getting her training. I write the policy. The lady gets It was in pandemic time, 2020. The lady gets approved. They issue her policy. She has her policy this year, and it was all over the news. Um, the husband killed her, and it was a whole drama. And the agent, the person, the associate that called me told me, "Hey, I'm calling you because you remember my friend that you did a policy on." Yes, of course I remember her. She just passed away. I want to make sure that the policy is in place. We go in there, policy in place. I'm gonna give you the number. I said, I'm okay. What I need to do is get the information from the funeral home. I get in contact with the funeral home. I put him connected with the carrier. The son calls me later. And he's on the phone crying and telling me he's grateful that, for us offering the services, and because he was going to have to take care of the two siblings.
Wow.
So once these tests happen to you guys are new licensed insurance agents.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're going to see more of these stories, and that it reminds you every day why you're here.
Gotcha. Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
We just never know.
You never know.
We just never know what's going to happen.
You never know what's going to happen.
Or when it's going to happen.
Or when it's going to happen, for that matter.
My goodness.
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
My goodness.
Wow.
So you've also had situations, I guess, that where a policy either lapsed or was not in play when somebody passed away?
I never had that situation with me. I've heard of it.
Okay.
I've heard of it. Some of them, I'm not really clear what their situation was, why it lapsed. But I know that as life insurance agent, we have to do our diligence to make sure that we're doing a service for the client,
Mm-hmm.
making sure that they can afford it,
Right.
making sure that they have, especially the variations of some policies, making sure that it's funded properly.
Okay.
And most of it, most importantly, that there is the need for it. Of course, when we have a family that doesn't have maybe the funds or a large fund for life insurance in a budget, you at least do not leave a family behind. Find something that they can afford.
Right.
Life insurance is affordable. Term policies is
Yes.
only death benefit, but at least you have something.
Something.
in place.
Right.
Absolutely.
And someone young, healthy can go as low as $10 a month.
Right.
It's so crazy how what do we spend going to McDonald's, guys? More than $10.
More than $10.
More than $10.
More than $10.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be that bad. But
Hamburger.
We went to drive-through earlier, and they got wings somewhere else, and we stopped by McDonald's gift fry, and it was like 3 large fries worth like $20.
Yeah.
In a meal.
Yeah.
But what do we spend every day, ladies, on food?
Right.
What do we spend in our nails?
yeah.
What do we spend in our hair?
I can't even say how much I spend on nails.
Mr.
my
Jackson,
goodness.
listening, don't say anything, right? What do we spend on eyelashes? What do we
Yeah,
spend
right.
on going out? So all those things. So it's all about priorities.
Right.
And I say this all the time. We struggle as it is already here,
Yes.
alive. Many
Yes.
people are struggling right now. Imagine
Yes.
when the breadwinner is not here anymore. How
Yeah.
how are they going to be able to have that lifestyle
Right.
that
Absolutely.
you once had? And this is something that many people doesn't like to talk about it.
Right.
The majority of people doesn't like it, but it's changing. It's changing now. Now we have people that wants to talk about it because they're seeing the benefits of it
Yes.
now.
Right.
Yes.
But yeah, labs. I haven't had any situations like that, but we
That's
make sure
great.
that it doesn't happen.
Ooh,
And
that's great.
that starts with us as agents to make sure that we protect them with what they need and fund them properly.
Awesome. Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, ma'am.
We can get
Mhm.
them, we can
Right.
find them something for a little
Oh,
or
yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
That's what's so good about this
Yeah.
industry. So there shouldn't be anybody out there who say, "Oh, I don't have the funds." Like she said, $10 can buy get a policy for you.
Mhm.
Something, it'll get something. We'll
Right.
search and search until we find something because we work with 25 different carriers. So
That's right.
there's something out there for someone.
And I have to tell you, like, let's say you do a financial analysis with them and you find out that they don't have the funds because you went on and did the financial analysis. You say there may be a solution for them to work with, maybe reconcile their credit card. So we offer those services too, but also invite them to the business opportunity. You know, so they can afford to buy, to get a policy. An extra $300-$500 a month is going to help you to,
Right.
protect your family.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Very true.
Mhm.
Very true.
Absolutely. So if you don't have money to buy insurance, or you think that you cannot afford the insurance, we will give you a business opportunity to help you pay for your insurance.
Mhm.
How good is that?
I can't ask for anything better than that.
Right.
Get into the business and get a policy.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Get into the business, get it, and make money while you're in the business.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I had
And then-
someone ask me, I'm sorry, Joyce, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Mm-hmm.
Asked me one time, what if I got a policy when I was in good shape, good health, everything was going good, and 3-4 years down the line, my health starts to deteriorate. I got diabetes, I got this, I got that. Will they wanted to know, will their insurance policy get canceled? I mean, this is them paying it consistently and everything. So is there a way that the insurance company will find out that their health has changed? And if it does, will the rates go up? Will they get canceled because of
So
it?
once you get started with your policy
Mm-hmm.
and you're healthy
Mm-hmm.
and you sign a contract of an X amount,
Okay.
your policy your premium should not affect.
Okay.
Even if you get sick later on,
down.
Gotcha.
it's going to keep the same premium. Even if they find out you're sick, it's not going to change,
Gotcha. Good.
once you get started. Now, I'm talking about a product that is a permanent product, a whole
Right.
life.
Whole life.
That is
Yes,
going
that's
to,
what I'm talking about. Whole life
once you
policy.
get started, it's going to keep the same premium.
Mm-hmm.
However, now let's talk about the term ones.
Okay.
The term are protection with a period of time frame.
Right.
Now, let's say you get started 10 years ago, and
Okay.
within those 10 years, and your policies for 10 years, if you attain any type of illness during those 10 years, and your policy expires, now if you apply again, it will affect. It will affect. Now they're gonna rate you, and if you still get approved, we're gonna see if you can get approved. So
Right.
that's another thing that matters. Good question, by the way.
Thank you.
People doesn't know that, but yes, it will.
Yes.
It will do. It will check your health again. Mhm.
We want to say hello to Veronica, who is not with us on stage, but she is with us via a Facebook Live. Veronica had surgery done, so that's why she hasn't been here last week and this week, but she is keeping in touch with us.
Yeah.
She is still an insurance agent. You can still talk to her as well about anything pertaining to life or health insurance, for she is licensed.
Mhm.
And we're just grateful that she is with us tonight, even though she's not on stage with us.
Mhm.
Same with Barbara. She's not with us tonight, but we are grateful for our collective group that
She had
of
surgery
Let's.
too.
She had surgery as well.
Yeah.
So we
Miss Denise
are
too,
grateful for our collective
Miss
group
Denise,
of Let's
Kim,
Have
your girl.
coverage. of the cocktail. Shout out to my girl Denise, who's really my ride or die, that rides with me on the road to get to Houston, Texas. She's not with us here tonight. I forgot. I'm sorry. The whole bottom row on that flyer is not here tonight. We're gonna toast them. We're gonna have a drink in their place. We miss
The
you,
whole
ladies. We
bottom
wish
row.
you guys were here. The
Where?
whole bottom row gone.
The whole
Yes,
bottom
the
row is
whole
gone.
bottom row on that flyer is not here tonight. Just the host and the co-host is here tonight. And we have the honor of having the queen,
Oh yeah.
the queen
Yes.
of Team Blaze here with us tonight. We have been talking not just about insurance, but about entrepreneurship and about being an agent, what to expect experience-wise, how to get your mind focused, not just if your entrepreneurship is to be an insurance agent, but it's with any venture that you decide to embark upon in the future or here in the present. If you're trying to figure out what to do to get off the get your ideas off on the right track. You got to come up with a plan. As the Queen has told us, you got to have some goals. You got to set some goals. And you got to have a vision board, right, Joyce?
Yeah, and have an accountability partner.
And have an accountability partner.
That's right.
Who stays up more than she sleeps. I tell you, that's a driving force. That's a driving force. If my phone doesn't ring at a certain time, I know she done overslept. Something ain't right.
That's right.
If I done slept in, something ain't right.
And I'm not being nosy either.
She just want to make sure she's an accountability partner. And I thank God for that. Because entrepreneurship it's been a new experience for me. Now, true enough, I've had another entrepreneur venture I've done before doing hair, but it was on a different type of schedule. You know what I'm saying? That business was by word of mouth when I was a lot younger. So I'm in my 30s right now. So that was like when I was in my teens. Yeah. So now that I'm older, my priorities change as well as my desires have changed. And so as I enter into another era of my life, I had to have an accountability partner, somebody who has done or is doing. She said, "Hey, Flora."
Hello, Veronica. We miss you.
We miss you, girl.
Yes.
That is doing. You got to surround yourself with somebody that is either already done what you're doing or headed in that same direction.
Like-minded.
You got to like-minded people yoke up, and that's what we are. Yeah, it's about your circle. And
we guard the circle too.
Yeah,
right. We do guard the circle.
That's right.
You don't let everybody in the circle.
Right. We don't let everybody in the circle, and we don't let nobody mess with the Queen.
We don't mess. No, don't mess with the Queen.
Don't mess with the Queen.
You do have to guard your circle.
Yeah.
That's super important.
Yes,
absolutely. Yeah, it is. It's very important.
Absolutely.
You have people that just talk negative and they'll bring you down.
They will.
I'm like,
yes.
Yeah. The negativity will bring you down, have your mind all messed up.
Right. And your business messed up.
And I gotta say, those are the number one recruiters.
Ain't that something?
They're the number one, and they can recruit fast.
Who?
Wow.
Negative,
yeah.
Negative people recruit fast.
Yes.
Because they gossip.
They gossip all the time.
They the gossipers. They the ones that talk the most.
You busy.
You ain't never seen it?
Trying to figure out your business.
Well, yeah. I have. I have a couple of enemies. I've made a couple enemies in my lifetime because they feel like I'm a little too cocky, a little too confident.
That's okay.
And they will get in other circles and turn people against me. So yes.
But you just got to keep moving. Be that moving force. Let that behind you. Yeah. I always say get back Satan.
Negative
you know what I'm saying?
Say that again, Flora. Negative people what?
The negative people are the number one recruiters.
I never thought of that before, but that's because people flock to drama.
Yes. So you'll see.
Bam.
She'll make that t-shirt.
You'll see, Mr. Malcolm, where complainers, negativity, they get into this little, group. Clicks. And those are the ones that are the most, they recruit them to it. And all of a sudden they get everybody content. But there's a book that's called
James.
There's a book that's called Choose Your Enemies Wisely.
Yeah.
By Patrick David. And I cannot wait to read it.
Choose your enemies wisely.
I know James will be the first one to read it. He'll come back and say, guess what the book is? I'm like,
you should pre-order it now.
He be driving down the road reading all the motivational books.
That's awesome.
Yes.
James said yes, Kim.
Yes, Kim. He's watching.
No, James. He's talking about me. Anyway,
so what other questions do we have?
Well, listen, we're about to wrap this thing on up. We have had an awesome time tonight talking about coverage, talking about entrepreneurship. We are with one of the best mentors you can ever have on this side of East Texas, Houston, Texas. Listen, and all the way around. She is a good mentor, not even in the
Absolutely.
United States, just in the United States, but in other areas as well. So listen, you guys, if you think about getting into any business and you are a people kind of person like me,
$1 billion
Mhm.
business is insurance.
it's money to be made
Get
in
into
the
the game.
in insurance agency.
The
Get
game.
with a mentor that can help not only, now you got to be coachable, that can also guide you and help you make dreams come true for you and your family. So listen, to our girls who weren't here with us tonight, we want to salute you with our cups and our cocktails.
Yay.
Tell you guys that we miss you, ladies. Can't wait for you guys to get back on the show
Yes,
with
yes.
us. Okay, we love you. Okay, to the king of Blaze, of Team Blaze,
Thank you.
Boris Waquin, thank you for allowing the queen to come and sit
Mhm.
with us on tonight
Yes.
while we talk,
Mhm.
have good conversations about what it is to be a good entrepreneur, successful business person, period. We are elated to have had her with us on tonight.
Yes,
Thank you,
absolutely.
Joyce, and thank you
Thank you
so
for
much
having
for
me, Joyce.
my friend, being my
and
good
Mr.
friend.
Walton.
Oh, girl,
Appreciate
we
I
usually
love
go
you.
way back
I
to
know.
Uh-huh.
Bam,
Bam.
my girl.
Veronica
And that's
says
my
she
girl,
seconds
Joyce.
that.
All right.
We go way back. So, I always tell people, I'm not a drug dealer. I'm an insurance dealer. I ain't no drug dealer, but I'm an insurance dealer.
Okay.
I love it. I like that.
Now we need that on the
Yeah, you gotta
t-shirt.
say that shirt.
That's right. I think I'm the
Ask
insurance
me how I
dealer.
make, and then on the back of it,
Insurance
put,
dealer.
ask me how I make my money.
I'm an insurance dealer.
I almost
We've been
said
fun. It's
I almost
been
said something, but I thought it would be inappropriate, so I'll save it for off camera. Okay,
Yes, sir.
I'll save it for off camera to be
Hey,
safe.
I'm telling you, this insurance game is where y'all need to be.
Right. Absolutely. I agree.
We
Everyone
I
learning
totally-
every
I
day.
totally
We're
agree.
learning every day. So we're gonna have that ring. Trust
Yeah.
me.
You will.
That's my goal.
Yes.
You will.
Yes,
Mhm.
we will.
I'm gonna be sitting up here like bam.
Mhm.
So
And I tell y'all.
I have one more question, y'all.
Sure.
I'm not sure how y'all want to end the show tonight, but I have one more question for all of you.
Okay.
Yes.
I had this picture up on the screen earlier of your mentor's floor.
Mhm.
What you have a ring on? Hold your ring up again as I put you back on the screen. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys get a good picture of her ring,
It's beautiful.
but these does your ring look similar to theirs?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the $2 million one.
That's the $2 million one.
Mhm. Mhm.
I lost track of my thoughts. I was going to ask the wow. Brain fart on live radio happens all the time, y'all. It just
That's
happened.
okay.
But if you wanted, so I'll redirect. If someone were listening to the show tonight
Mhm.
and they were interested in becoming a teammate on
Mhm.
Blaze,
Mhm.
they would go through Joyce, Kim, you,
Mhm.
Team Blaze. What would you tell them? How do they sign up? Where do they sign up? Where's the recruitment? Could you tell them that right quick, ladies?
I would say give me a call.
Give us a call.
Give me,
Yes.
give us any one of us that is part of Let's Talk Coverage Over Cocktail, as well as the Queen Bee
Queen.
that is here with us tonight. We are
One
all
phone call
Team
away.
Blaze.
One
You are
call.
one call
One
away
call.
to head towards your dream of being a $2 million ring earner. Yeah,
Mhm.
you are.
Mhm.
And if you want to join this team, we will be happy to give you
Absolutely.
everything that you need to get you in this team, get you with the Queen Bee that is going to be one of the greatest mentors you could ever have, one of the
Absolutely.
sweetest persons in the world that you could ever speak with, that could be there for you on your side,
Mhm.
pushing you along. Just get with us. We'll help you with your studying. We'll help
Yeah.
you get licensed.
Absolutely.
We're going to walk with you. Even
All
when
the
you
way.
start trying to sell the insurance policy, you still don't go by yourself.
No.
She makes sure that we or someone is going to be with you for your first few sales until you feel comfortable, whenever that is, till you feel
So
comfortable
you're
to
gonna
be
be in
on
business.
yourself.
You're gonna be in business for yourself, but not by yourself.
That's
right.
it. That part right there, just what she said.
Yeah.
T-shirt.
That's what she said. That's what just what she
You're
said.
gonna be in business for yourself,
You
but
know
not by
how
yourself.
funny
right.
that you said that? He shared with us a few weeks ago. We were at his house, and he shared with us a postcard.
Okay.
You know what he said? I'll share it with you guys off camera.
Okay.
He put in there 2013, January 2013. He said, my affirmation is making $100,000 this year. That was in 2013.
Mhm.
Wow.
That was in 2013.
Wow.
He's already made that by today. He's already made 100,000.
Woo!
In 10 days.
Mhm.
10 days, y'all, in December and November. 10 days in November, he's
Wow.
made
So
$100,000. This
imagine
man right here.
affirmation.
Wow.
Mm-mm-mm.
That's awesome.
You're talking about this man right here, Mr.
Yes.
Rodolfo Vargas.
Mhm.
Yes.
It's possible.
Yes.
It's
We
Wow.
the people.
Okay.
We the people.
We the people. Yes.
That's right. That's our
That's,
song.
that's our chant.
Mhm.
That's our
Yeah,
chant.
we the people.
We are the people. Yes.
Ma'am.
So, ladies, Kim,
Yes.
Joyce,
Mhm.
and Floor,
Yes.
you've had your closing arguments. I'm just being serious.
Ah!
You've made your closing statements. Is there anything else you'd like to tell your listening audience tonight?
Meet us back here, same bat time, same bat channel.
Yes, we'll be right back here next Friday. But we also like to thank our queen again.
Yes.
So much for coming on the show and being with us tonight. We have had a phenomenal time.
We have.
And
I have.
she's gonna come back again.
That's
I
right.
will.
We want her to
Yes,
come back.
we want her to come definitely anytime.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Anytime.
Thank you.
This
It's
is
an
anytime.
honor to be here with you guys tonight.
Anytime that you want to share something with our listening audience, just come on.
Okay.
You
Will
even
do.
an invitation.
Okay.
You're the queen. You're the queen here.
Okay.
So thank you guys out there for listening and tuning in. For those of you who may have family members that have missed the show, please have them go back, like, share, hashtag, what is it, Malcolm?
Hashtag replay.
Replay. There you go.
Replay.
I almost got it.
Almost.
Hashtag replay. And thank you guys again for joining us.
Again, let's talk coverage over cocktails. Y'all have a good evening.
Y'all have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
That brings us
Thank
to a
you guys for
conclusion.
hanging in with us tonight.
That brings us to a conclusion on the Let's Talk Coverage Over Cocktail show live on Real Talk 100 Radio. As the ladies already said, we want you to tune in every Friday night from 8:30 to 10:30. We want you to chill your favorite cocktail early. We don't care if it's wine, cognac, Hennessy. We don't care what it is. We don't care what it is. Put it on ice early. So at 8:30, you can go live with the ladies and talk about cocktails. You can talk about coverage. You can talk about life insurance. You can talk about protecting your family. You can talk about becoming your own bank. And as the ladies talked about tonight, you can, hey, you call yourself a hustler. This is a hustle game. You can protect your family. You can be your own bank. There's several things you can do here. You can earn 5, 6, 7 figures in this company. Call one of the numbers on the screen right now. Call one of the numbers on the screen right now. Call Joyce Pinchback Schofield or Kimberly Hutchinson. Call Denise Kinder, Barbara Calvert, Veronica Haley. Join Team Blaze Legacy Builders, correct?
Yes.
Join Team Blaze. Blaze stands for what? One more time, Floor.
Building legacies, achieving successful entrepreneurs.
There you have
There
it.
you go.
You want to be successful. You're tired of working. And as I call it, you're tired of being on the plantation. Join Team Blaze today. We're out of here for the night, y'all. Until next Friday night at 8:30. Good night, everybody.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Calm down, whatever that was.
They're old. Give me a couple of weeks. Give me a couple of, a lot of weeks.